we can let everybody in. Load, please. All right. So we can let everybody in. Okay, we're live. Cool. All right, let me let everyone in. Hello, everyone. Hey, Nehemiah. What's good? We missed you.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys feeling?
Long time no see. How are you?
Good. It's just I want to hear, I'm really a big advocate for mental health, so I want to hear what's going on.
Man, we've missed you. It's so good to see your smiling face. All right, cool. Hey, everybody. We're going to give everyone a couple of minutes. Hey, Tyra, Larry, Rachel, Mikey, Noor, Rizan, Najee. How do I pronounce your name? I hope I'm not totally butchering.
Najee.
Najee. Cool. Yeah. Where's your camera? We can't see you.
I'm trying to turn it on now. Give me 1 second.
Cool. Awesome. Well, happy Saturday, everybody. And hopefully you are excited for this workshop. Hold on. I'm just going to put everyone on mute because I hear an echo. 1 second. Also, if you're not on mute, go ahead and just put yourself on mute. KitKat just dropped a contact sheet. And again, we're just letting everyone hop in. It's going to be a pretty intimate call, but we like that because then everyone gets a little bit more personalized experiences. Hi, Talia. Hey.
Sorry, I'm muted. Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Nice to officially meet you guys.
Nice to officially meet you. I know you just put your article up recently.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for that. It was so much fun talking with Daniel and getting to know him and everything.
Talia, are you located in the U.S.?
Yeah, I'm in Virginia, right outside of Washington, D.C.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
What about you?
I'm in Philadelphia. I'm back in
Okay, so not far from me, like 3.5 hours.
And then KitKat is LA.
LA.
And then where's everyone else located? Tyra, where are you located again?
I'm in Indiana.
Okay, you're Indiana. Larry, Houston? Connecticut?
Hey, no, I'm in Texas, Belton, Texas.
Okay, Texas. I was closer the first time.
Yeah.
Cool. And then Nehemiah, you are Chicago. I will never forget ever again. I'm so sorry. I went to Chicago and totally forgot to say hi to Nehemiah.
All good. Next time.
Next time. Ever, you're located, where are you located again? Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh yeah, my mic. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, lovely. I am located in Toronto. Actually.
Toronto. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. International. Also, I just looked at everyone's, so on Eventbrite, they give us an option to look at who has been at our events from all across the world. And I think we have, almost 100 countries that we've hit on Eventbrite. So people, like thousands of people from all over the world have come to our events, which is so cool. So Ever is from Toronto. Riza, I think, is Minnesota, right? Riza, I think. If you're available. Okay, maybe not. Mikey, I'm not sure. Mikey, where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey, nice. Mikey, where's your face? We can't see you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna work on that.
Okay, cool. And then Najee, where are you located?
I am located in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. Okay, cool. Atlanta, we're about to host an event there in April.
Oh, that's my birthday month. You guys
Hey, we're going out there to celebrate your birthday. That's actually why we're going out there.
Okay. Well, keep me updated. I definitely love to come to the event.
Okay, cool. Tammy is also in Atlanta, right, Tammy? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Okay, Tammy, let's connect. Let's link.
Tammy is a super talented singer, songwriter.
Same here. I'm a singer songwriter as well. So let's Let's work on some projects. Some content.
And then Rachel, where are you from? If you can talk.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah. So I'm from California initially. But I just moved to Dallas. You and me, Alexia, I think we spoke on Instagram.
Yeah.
I go by Nyla on Instagram. So,
Oh, okay. Nyla. Yes, because I recognize your face. Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
This would be my legal name, so.
Okay. Do you prefer Rachel or do you prefer Nyla?
Whichever is fine.
Okay.
Mhm.
Got you. Okay, cool. Another Texas folk. New Begin. Hey, New Begin. New Begin? Can't remember how to pronounce it. Hey. It's New Begin, right?
New Begin, yep.
Hey, I see you
How's it
all over
going?
social media. I've seen you all over social media. You have a very recognizable face. Where are you from again?
I'm in Boston.
Okay, you're in Boston. Nice.
Yes.
And then Noor, where are you from?
Hello,
Hey.
I am from Turkey.
Hey,
It's
we
little
got
far
another
away.
international person.
I know,
Nice.
I am international.
Cool. How do I say thank you in Turkish to share?
Teşekkür ederim. Teşekkür ederim.
Oh, okay, I don't remember how to pronounce it properly, so I'm not going to butcher it.
Ya da teşekkürler. You can say teşekkürler.
Teşekkürler.
Yes.
Okay, I kind of got it. I was close. Cool. I learn something new every day. Awesome. Well, it's really great to have you all here, and hopefully we get a couple more folks to join in. But if not, like I said in the very beginning, it's always nice to have a very intimate group. Usually our mental health ones are, and that's usually because it's not as sexy as a topic as, getting A&Rs or artist management or anything, but we're here to change that in the music industry, and are also here to continue supporting all of you on your mental health journeys. So, oh, hey, Lexi.
Hey.
Hey, Lexi, where are you from again?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because you got Raza, who's also in Minnesota. Okay, cool. All right. So we've got a bunch of cool people here from all over the country and the world. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Why don't we start off with just some introductions? Let's see. We got your names and where you're all from, but I'd love to go around the room and just have everyone share something. Maybe one thing that you're grateful for today. So we'll start off with Kit Kat. You want to start us off and then you can pick on someone?
Sure. Hey, everyone. One thing I'm grateful for today is, it's nice weather out in California. Like, it's been cooler. I like the cold, but it's still sunny. So grateful for nature and being able to just enjoy that. So I'm going to popcorn it to Lexi.
Okay. I am grateful for my friends. I went out to see Black Panther 2 with them last night, and it was really fun.
Ooh, nice. Okay, Lexi, popcorn it to someone.
Tammy, you want to go?
Sure. So I'm grateful for my mom because I'm like all the way out in college and she's at home, but I talk to her every day and it's like the highlight of my day. So I'm grateful for her.
Tammy's mom is the GOAT.
She really is. I love her. I will popcorn it to Tyra.
Who'd you say, Tammy?
Tyra.
Me.
Oh, Tyra. Okay.
Okay. I would say this week in general, I've been a little bit more thankful for my cat, just because sometimes, since I still work at a university, sometimes the stuff has just been super intense when it gets closer to the end of the semester, with hearing just students working through just school in general getting heavier, but also just moods from them are just heavier. So mental health stuff is coming up a lot recently. So being able to come home and decompress with my cat, who just she just chills there. And I'm like, you know what? I just need that.
Yeah.
So that's been helpful for me with recharging throughout the week. So she's been great.
Nice. All right, and
Yeah.
popcorn it to someone.
New Begin.
Thank you. I would say this week I'm grateful for my team in Nigeria. I've been able to do so much being from Boston. I've never even been there, so I love my team. I appreciate them. I'm gonna pick Larry. What are you grateful for, sir?
Hey, y'all, I'm washing dishes. Uh, I am thankful for my mother as well. We had a talk, and she's going through a lot right now, and we're about to go visit her actually in San Antonio. So that's why I'm trying to get everything done. And yeah, thankful for you guys too.
We're thankful for you too, Larry. Larry, who do you want to popcorn to?
I can't really see everyone. Let me see. How about Ever?
Sure. Thank you, Larry. You're super relatable. Just doing dishes, man. I love it. I'm super thankful for my health at the moment. That's something that I feel like every day everybody takes for granted, obviously, because life and so many things that happen on the regular. But yeah, like health is number one. If you don't have health, you don't have anything. So grateful that I can do what I do every day. Yep.
Nice. And then popcorn it to someone.
Talia?
Yes, that's me, Talia. You got it right. Thank you for that. I would say I'm grateful for my body and the energy that it gives me, because last night I went to bed super late. I'm a waitress, so I waitress on weekends. And somehow had the energy to work out this morning. My cousin forced me because we go together, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do it, honestly. And she's like, just try. And my body did it somehow. So I'm just grateful for that. Yeah. Let me see who hasn't gone yet. Lexington, have you gone? I don't think you've gone.
Yeah,
yet.
she's gone.
I did.
What
Oh, you went. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
That's okay. Maybe it might be easier if I start popcorning for you all, because it's
It
kind of
okay. Yeah.
track of things. Najee, actually, do you want to go next?
Najee, yeah.
Yes, sure. Today I think I am grateful for my family. I would say my nieces and nephews, especially because they keep me going, keep me energized, keep me in a good mood. Even on days when I'm not feeling like my best self, they bring out the best in me. So I'm grateful for those people.
Nice. Love it. Cool. Noor, do you want to go next?
Thanks. I wanna say I'm grateful for everything, I think, and I can say today my niece tell me I wanna be with you. I wanna be like you. She said I wanna be like you, an independent woman and something like that. He said lied to me, and it's so much important to me. I am mechanical engineer, and she said, I want to be with you. I want to be engineer and something like that. I want to do anything. I drove a car and something like that. She talking about, and I think, wow, I'm really perfect person and something like that. I feel like that really. It's really grateful today. I am for this.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Cool. Nehemiah, what about you?
Definitely grateful for my son that's not allowing me to do this right now. He's just everything.
Bring him on the camera.
Come here. He doesn't want to say hi. He was in earlier. Grateful for him. And then me and my wife are expecting. So just grateful for life.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. Yay. The first finessed baby. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's really exciting though. Congratulations. Let's see. I know we got some other folks in here. Oh, Nyla or Rachel, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Wow, that's a good question. I'm grateful for our friends that recently came over. They came all the way from California, our hometown in San Diego, to spend time with us recently. Unfortunately, my father passed away from dementia. So my family is going back to Nigeria to bury him. So we decided to do like an early Thanksgiving and basically they kind of set it up and cooked for us, and we had like a really, really nice dinner, watched our favorite shows and all that, played board games. It was really just a fun time. So I'm grateful for them as well.
Yeah, that must be nice because Nigerian families and parties are huge too. So hopefully, you're surrounded by lots of family during this time, but our condolences are to you, and safe travels to you and your family too.
I mean, my brother's actually going to be, I'm not able to attend, but he's going to be going, and we're just preparing for that.
Nice. Cool. Next up, we've got, let's see, who hasn't gotten? Mikey, do you want to share what you're grateful for?
Yeah, sure. I'm grateful to be here with you guys. I'm sure like the mental health space isn't talked about too much, and especially in the entertainment or the music industry. And I'm super grateful for my friend who's traveling from LA to be here for about a week. We're going to see Black Panther later, so I'm super excited for that.
Nice. No spoilers on this call, please. No spoilers. And then let's see, Riza, are you able to talk? No?
Yeah, I can talk. Can you guys hear me?
Are you just waking up? You sound like you just woke up.
You are very correct.
Cool. What are you grateful for?
I've been out for a little second, but it took me like a good hour to like pull myself out of bed this morning. So
all good.
But grateful for, I would say, like the community that I have, from like my family to the small circle of friends that I keep around me, and into this support that I have like throughout the internet, including you guys. Music, because that's like very important to me, whether I'm creating it or listening to it. I just like recognize how much it helps, whether I'm in the gym, I need a good pump, or I need to just want to like sit and vibe with some R&B, or I want to get pumped, whatever. Like this music helps a lot. So very grateful for that, and art in general, and that I get to fly out to see my mom next month because I haven't seen her in a minute. So
where are you flying to?
We'll be flying out to Tennessee, or I said I'll be flying out to Tennessee, and then I believe me and her will be driving to Ohio as well, because that's where a good group of family is. So be good to see all of them, because I didn't get a chance to make it out to my uncle's funeral. So I would love to be able to connect with all my family again. So grateful for all that.
Safe travels. Say hello to your mom from the Finesse fam.
Will do.
Cool. Hey, Linda. Hey, Root. Do either of you want to share what you're grateful for? Maybe Linda, if you're able.
Hey, yes, I'm just getting home right now. But yes, hi everyone. I am grateful for this day. I'm very spiritual, so there's a scripture that says, "This is the day that the Lord has made, so I will rejoice and be glad in it." So I am very glad to just see another day. The weather is really nice in New York, so I just came from a walk.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm just grateful for my gift of music. I'm grateful for the air in my lungs, to have been able to do this walk, because I went to an appointment on Thursday, and they did I went to the pulmonologist and did some screenings, and they said there was some like lung obstruction. So I got to do some more tests. So I'm like, you know what, if this is another day that I can expand my lungs and use it to its capacity, then so be it. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be still healthy, despite that news. But I know that, I'm going to be restored. My health is going to be renewed, and, I'll keep living to see even more days of gratitude.
Yes. Lots of healing, lots of seizing the day for you. And hopefully you also take the time to rest, because rest does wonders. Cool. Root says, also Root, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name properly. I know I talk to you all the time online, but I've never actually said your name out loud. But Root says that She is unable to talk right now, but she is happy to be here. So I think we've gotten through everybody, and if other folks join, we can chat with them too. But we'll go ahead and get started with the rest of the workshop. So essentially, the way that this is going to work is we're going to do 4 different practices. So I themed today as the T's. So essentially, practice number 1 is going to be on identity. Practice number 2 is going to be on honesty. Practice number 3 will be community. And then practice number 4 will be party. Woo woo. So hopefully you all are ready to take a lot of notes and also have a pen and paper in front of you, because we're going to be doing several different practices. But one of the reasons why we host these events, some of you have been here and some of you haven't been to our mental health events or even any Finessed Media events. Our mental health events are super special to us. We've been doing this quarterly for the last 2 years, and we're actually featured in Billboard for it, which we're really grateful for. So the work that we do is really based in community and love. Every single thing that we do, we want it to have an impact, not just on our community, but the music industry as a whole. And we've noticed that hosting our consistent mental health events has actually led to other organizations leading mental health events in the music industry. And other folks have mentioned that they've started their mental health businesses because of Finessed Media's music and mental health events too. So we're just really grateful to be continuing to spread our love and our joy within the music industry for this purpose. So I see Courtney. Hey, Courtney. Hello, hello. I don't know if you can say hey.
Hold on, I'm popping in.
Okay.
Wait.
All good. Courtney has been a part of the community for a very long time.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, we missed you. How are you?
I'm good. Miss you guys too.
Courtney is a very talented singer-songwriter that has been around since almost day 1 at Finessed Media.
Yeah, it's been a minute and y'all are flourishing and I'm so proud.
Oh, thank you. Cool. Well, so Courtney, I'm not sure if you heard, but we're going through our workshop. So we have 4 different practices that we're going to go through. The first one is identity. The second is honesty. Third is community. And the fourth one is party. So I'll explain all of that to everyone in just a second.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Nur, did you have a question?
Actually, I don't know. I am the new. I don't know what I do now.
Oh, just listen. Just listen. We'll tell everyone.
Listen, okay.
Yeah, just
I don't know what I do. Really?
No worries. Just grab a pen and paper. Okay, does everyone have a pen and paper ready to go? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So the first practice that we're going to do today is called identity, because one of the things that's really important in the mental health space is knowing yourself. And well, let me just pull my notes out of what I wanted you all to write down. Oh, before we actually go through some of these practices, there are a couple of words that I want you all to keep in mind and to write down. The first one is going to be non-harming. So this is a safe space. Keep in mind that we are not saying anything to harm other people, nor are we saying anything to harm ourselves or anything around us. The second one is honesty, which is actually going to be one of the practices. And the third one is non-attachment. So being ready to, when you write things down or when you say things, to also be willing to let them go. It's a good practice for just making sure that you're not desiring all the time. So we'll start off with the identity practice, which is essentially we're going to do some introductions that are a little bit more in depth, because when you know yourself, you are more equipped to help other people around you, because you understand the ground that you work on. So one of the questions I like to ask people is, how are you supposed to move mountains without understanding the ground beneath your feet? So this first practice, I'm going to give an example of what you all will be doing, and you all have the creative freedom to write it however you want to do it. But we're going to be identifying ourselves outside of music and the music industry. So I'll give you an example of what that's going to look like. So I'll start off with mine. So my name is Alexi Rabadam. My name is actually spelled Alexis, but it's pronounced Alexi. So I always spell my name Alexi to keep it easy. I am 8 different ethnicities. I'm Scottish, Irish, English, Welsh, German, Filipino, Spanish, and Chinese. And I most identify with my Filipino culture. Although I do have family in Alabama who speak like honky tonk, and they are full on white. But I love my ethnicities and I honor all of them because they are part of who I am. I also identify myself with women of color, brown women, BIPOC voices, marginalized voices, and overall outcasts. I also love my life. I am a survivor of domestic violence. I have lived a life of sorrow, and I've lost my sister at a young age of 18, which impacts the way that I move and impact the people around me. I am also very powerful. I love to laugh and I love to shake my ass. I am an entrepreneur, a creator, a boss, a human being, and I am one of the best people you'll ever meet because I'm going to change your life in one way or another. So that's just a few things about myself. What I'd like for all of you to do is take a couple of minutes to write your own, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You could literally write that I like to eat pizza in my pajamas in my bed while I'm holding a teddy bear, and I wouldn't care. If that's what you like to do, then that's what you like to do. Do your thing. But I want to spend a couple of minutes having you all write a few things about yourselves. And then if anyone would like to share, you're welcome to. And yeah, we'll take a couple of minutes to write our own identities. Does anyone have any questions about the first practice? No? Okay, cool. And then in the background, I'm just going to play some lo-fi music to keep the vibes going. I'll give you all until about 12:35. Hey, Crystal, I see you just joined. We are doing the first practice of our workshop. If you'd like to turn your camera on to say hey, you're welcome to. The first practice is we're going to be identifying ourselves outside of music. So if you have any questions, I can jump into a breakout room if you'd like. Hey, Larry.
Hey, my bad. My wife called me, so it was
all good. Did you catch the practice that we're doing for the first?
Yeah, I really like it, by the way. Identity is pretty great.
Cool. So now everybody's spending a couple of minutes to write their own. So if you want to spend a few minutes writing your own little paragraph about your identity outside of music, then we'll be going until about 12:35.
Okay.
Hey, Nehemiah, I just saw you jump back in. Did you hear the first practice?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go. Give me
That's
a second.
okay. All good. So for Nehemiah and Crystal, since you both hopped in afterwards, we're spending just a few minutes identifying ourselves outside of music. So write about a paragraph or so of anything that you want. You could include things that you like to do. You could include, I don't know, something that you have a goal of in 2 years or in the next few months, anything that you want. All right. How are we doing? Is everyone good? Do you all need another minute or so? Good? No? Yeah? Okay, cool. If anyone's not finished, that's okay. But I do want to check in, see if anyone would like to share their paragraph with us. Would anyone like to share? It's not mandatory. Najee?
I'll start first.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
Okay, my name is Najee Jenkins. I am from Greenville, North Carolina. Born in Greenville, North Carolina, raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I love traveling, eating. As you can see, I probably was over here eating, drinking. But good eats and meeting new people. I also love encouraging others when needed because I know how it feels to not be encouraged or reassured. So I have no problem with doing so. I feel as though I'm a fair person, even in situations that's not fair to me. I love a good time. So wherever there's a good time, I am there.
Nice. So we can shake our asses together, Najee.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Anyone else want to share what they wrote?
Me.
Noor, go ahead.
Because I think mine is really short. I don't know.
No, that's totally fine. Go for it.
My name is Nurgün Doğdu. I am mechanical engineer from Turkey, 24 years old. I want to be role model and help all people, all women in the world. I believe everyone has own power and I want to discover my own power. I don't know what I want or what I do, but I know I can do it everything. No, maybe I have hard times, but in the future I will be successful woman. That's it.
Nice.
I think it's really short. I don't know.
No, that's great. I love it. Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else want to share?
I can share.
Go for it.
Okay. I said, my name is Lexington Thibodeau, but up until recently, most people called me Lexi. My name is very big and very long, and it took me a little bit to be comfortable with standing out and taking up that space. I've always been different than the people around me, but I've learned to embrace that rather than run away from it, and I see how it gives me a unique perspective. I'm a deep thinker, and I always want to know the reasons why. I love to love, and when I love deeply. I always want to go beneath the surface, and I love getting to know people.
I love that. Oh my goodness. For some reason, I feel like I'm getting emotional. I'm going to start crying on here.
Don't cry.
No, one thing I do want to also mention is that we probably are going to go on a bit of a roller coaster of emotions today, and it's a good thing. It's, it's good to feel all of the different types of emotions. That way we know how to control them instead of letting them consume us. Cool. Thank you, Lexi. Anyone else want to share? Ever? And then I see Riza, he'll be next. Ever, you're on mute, by the way.
I'm a mess. Thank you. So my name is Ever. It's short for Everson. Outside of music, I am a creator and a problem solver. Whether that would be designing props for a short film or replacing the motherboard of your MacBook in less than 45 minutes. I was raised and born in the Dominican Republic. I am an electoral leader and part-time therapist. I'm not actually a therapist. It's because of the amount of times that I have to go in and drag emotions out of artists in an audio sessions. I feel like I'm built for it. So yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Sounds about right. Cool. Riza, go ahead.
Alrighty. I'm Riza Azir Shahid, better known as RZ, an African-American who grew up in a divided household of a Muslim side and a Christian side. And I would say I lean within the spiritual realm. I'm an artist, I am a warrior, an athlete, and a dreamer, and I'm a protector. I love to write, train martial arts, run and hike and adventure, the stone-faced sweetheart that looks like he'll kill you, but will probably give you a hug and a smile. The one who's willing to jump in front of bullets for strangers, the rebel who fights authority. I'm sensitive and direct, lead with love, and I am a solution provider. I love the strength that I carry that allows me to maintain the weight on my shoulders. And like Bruce Lee said, be water.
Nice. I love that. I want Riza by my side if I ever get into a fight, because people from the Bay Area, we love to fight. We're a little feisty. I'm going to have Riza by my side. Cool. Awesome. Linda, go for it.
All right, let me turn my, hey guys, let's turn this off, the lower hand. All right, so hey guys, my name is Linda Starr. I don't know if you guys can still see me, right? Can you guys see me?
You're good.
Okay, yeah, so I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I love to laugh, find joy in the small things, cook and do hair outside of music. I'm a huge empath, so I'm very caring, very loyal, and I love hard. I typically wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a hopeless romantic. I love taking up space and watching really good movies. I know outside of music, I'm still a walking jukebox, but I love my me time. Self-care is imperative to me because I love long bubble baths. I love just having moments of stillness. Even if sometimes my family may think it's like selfish, but I'm like, I need to be able to show up for myself before I can show up for anybody else. I've encountered a lot of trials and tribulations, but my faith has kept me going strong and has been able to allow me to know what love looks and feels like.
Nice. I love that. One day, one of my goals is to get everyone to do the Zoom call in a bubble bath. So everyone is going to have to take the Zoom call from their bubble bath.
I love that. And some candles. I love me some candles.
Yes. Does anyone have any candles or sage or anything next to them? I told y'all on the Eventbrite, I said bring something that makes you happy. I got my candles
Good
by
to see
me.
it.
Nice.
Yeah. Bath and
Cool.
Body Works. All good.
Candle gang. Nice. Cool. Thanks, Linda. Tyra.
All right. So I did not put my name at the start, and this is just how it goes.
I'll
I
do
put,
it.
I'm a world traveler. Let's get those stamps. I'm a cat mom. I love being around people, such an ENFP. I'm a big sister and a blended family. And that means I'm mixed race. I'm Black and white, but my siblings are white and they are adopted. I'm a child of divorce, but my stepmom is my mom. And so it's a very compact family dynamic. It's wonderful. I'm intrigued by astrology and tarot. I'm a Sagittarius sun. I'm a Gemini rising. I'm a Capricorn moon. I have a lot of Capricorn. So technically, I should be a Capricorn by chart nature, but I'm a Sag. We go with that. I'm an unapologetic ADHDer and healing with that after 24 years of not having a diagnosis. So learning to grow with that. I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary next month, so I'm super excited about having a nice diagnosis. I'm a big Marvel nerd, especially with Loki. I have a wonderful poster in my background. You don't see all the stuff that I have that has to go with Loki, but they're everywhere. I'm a yoga at home enthusiast. I love my home space. I'm a collector of tattoos that represent me in a variety of different capacities. They're all on my arms. I am wanting to live in London. I'm a constant learner and a constant leader. I am a survivor of multiple toxic relationships. I can spot an Alexander Calder art piece at any point in time. Love that artist. My hair is one of my favorite things about me, and I'm a coffee drinker in the AM and a tea drinker in the PM. And that is a little bit about what goes on in my mind and how I see me.
I love that. That's awesome. Cool. I saw everyone nodding their heads at different points in your story, which is cool too. Awesome. So we have a little bit more time if anyone's dying to share theirs, or we can go ahead and move on to the next practice. Does anyone else want to get theirs?
I'll share real quick.
Yeah, go Larry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Had a lot going on, but
All good.
I am Larry Parker. I'm from originally born in San Diego. I lived in most of my life in San Antonio, Texas, and I now live in Belton, Texas. I was born prematurely. I was 2 pounds and 8 ounces when I was born, and the result of that is that I have cerebral palsy, and it's been a lifelong experience. And I live every day grateful that my kneecaps are working and everything's good to go. You know, I always have to do a systems check, and the older I get, the longer it takes for that systems check. But I am a man all about joy. I'm a man all about laughter and happiness, and all that comes with it. And with happiness comes sadness, and with joy comes pain. But you know, keep striving, keep pushing, and have faith. And I'm a man of faith, and I enjoy the fact that I don't have to carry everything on my shoulders. So it's really great. And on the other end, I am a big movie buff. I have tons of action figures. I can't let that go for some reason. I've been married to my wife for 11 years, and she allows me to collect action figures, so I'm grateful for that. And I play video games, and I have a cat. She's the most wonderful thing in the world, even though I don't know if she loves me or hates me, but you know, it's a thing. And she's pretty wonderful, and I just don't understand how something so small can make such a horrible smell. But you know, it's a thing. And I enjoy making music, and I'm grateful for this community, and I'm so grateful that we are actually talking about things like this, because really nowadays nobody really wants to, you know. So thank you. I appreciate you all.
Thanks, Larry. Also, if anyone ever joins, if any of you who are not a part of the Finessed VIPs, if you join Finessed VIPs, you'll get random pictures from Larry all throughout the way. And we love it. We're here for it. Cool. Thanks, Larry. You begin. Go ahead.
All right. So my name is Novigan, which is actually my last name. People don't really know that. They think it's a nickname. I'm a Latina, a mom to a 13-year-old dog mom. My love language is food, music, and laughing. I absolutely love laughing. I'm addicted to it. I'm a bookworm. So far, I've read 87 books this year. I'm really proud of that. My goal for this year was 50, so I bypassed that goal. Watch out next year. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I can trust people again. I had my wall up for a long time, and I feel like I could trust a stranger now, you know? And last but not least, this year, 2023, I will be Cancer and propose to my girlfriend of 13 years because I'm gonna be here too. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm gonna propose.
Seize the days.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nivigan. Cool. Awesome. Anyone else dying to share theirs that didn't get a chance to share? Oh, Rachel, yeah, go for it.
So, I don't even, I'm going to be very honest. I didn't really write anything, but I know that hearing just a lot of your guys' stories, it just kind of inspired me to at least speak up about it. The truth is, I don't really know. I'm still trying to figure out who I am, because there's too many facets to myself as just like one person. And I don't really know how to like lump that in together. I don't know how to lump that into one person, but I just want to say that, like, you know, this is a really good exercise on finding your why, which is something that I've been trying to do for a long time. And if you're very spiritual, which I am as well, or, you know, I identify as a Christian, but, you know, if you're in that realm of spirituality, I just been asking God to reveal my why as well. And I'm still trying to find that, but I guess that's kind of myself outside of music, just I'm on a journey of figuring out why I love music in the first place. So I guess that would really just be my answer.
Nice. And that's part of who you are too. There are a lot of times where we won't know who we are and how to express ourselves and talk about what we're going through. So if that's how you identify now, then that's who you are. And that it's not that you aren't entirely sure of who you are. It's just you don't know how to express some of the things that you have in your mind right now. So, and that's totally fine. Cool. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. Anyone else? I'm giving you all an opportunity to speak now, forever hold your peace.
I'll go, Lexi.
Cool. Go for it.
So I'm a father, I'm a husband, faith-oriented. I believe people can do anything they set their mind to. I lead to the best of my ability. Even though I contemplated suicide 2 years ago, I'm still here. I'm a survivor, I'm a champion, and I wanted people to know that they're all those same things.
Nice. If you all don't follow Nehemiah on TikTok, his content is so good. It goes from like making you cry one day to like making you laugh and like need to shit your pants or something because it's so funny. So yeah, everybody's got to go follow Nehemiah on TikTok. Cool. Anyone else? Mikey, Courtney, Ruth, anyone? No? All right, cool. Well, we'll move on.
Go.
Yeah, go ahead, Courtney. Go for it. I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to speak. This is one of the biggest practices that we're doing today. So go ahead.
Okay. There we go. All right. I'm Courtney. I also go by Courtney Wrote It. I am a daughter, sister, friend, and a dog mom. I'm a dope, multi-talented introvert with extrovert tendencies and an entrepreneurial spirit. I love all things crafty and DIY. I'm a beautiful mess, yet a whole ass vibe wrapped in one.
Yeah, yes, you are. Cool. Awesome. All right. If no one else wants to go, I can't. So we'll go ahead and jump to the next practice. So the next practice, well, actually the one reason why we start off with that practice is because one, it gives us really great common ground. Two, it allows us to better understand ourselves. And three, also because it's sometimes just fun to learn more about other people in a less serious environment where sometimes it feels like you have to put on a front and have to figure out what kind of value do I give to other people, when truthfully being yourself and being on this earth is value enough, but sometimes it just doesn't feel like it. So I will always like to start with that practice. And then the next practice is going to be honesty. And this is where we might go down a little bit of a rabbit hole of being honest about the music industry, some of our mental health struggles, and some of the things that we face. So basically this practice is going to be, you're going to say something along the lines of, or write down, I feel blank emotion because X, Y, and Z. So say, for example, maybe you've been hurt by someone in the music industry. Maybe you had a business partner or something. So I feel angry because I am hurt by, I don't know, my business partner no longer understanding the vision that I have in our business. Or maybe it's, I am tired of seeing everyone else's successes. I want my own success in the music industry. Or it could be, I hate seeing someone's profile on my Instagram feed every single day, but I don't want to unfollow them because I feel like I need to. So you can be honest about a lot of these different things. And I'm just going to give a couple of other examples. You could say that I am frustrated by not having enough money to make my dreams come true. I am envious of the people around me. I feel inferior because I haven't accomplished all that I want to accomplish. And anything that comes to your mind. If you don't know how to put it into those words, feel free to just write what's pissing you off or stressing you out, and it's totally okay. And we'll figure out how to say it in that line. And this is just to figure out how can we make productive conversations out of the issues that we face in the music industry. So
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So can we put I feel blank and blank? Can it be more than one feelings?
Yeah, you can put, I feel all the feelings today.
Yeah.
Everything feels like it's shit's hitting the fan or
Yeah.
nothing's hitting the fan. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, put whatever it is. And if you don't know what kind of emotion to use to express yourself, then you can put blank. Cool.
I think I can ask something. It's not include music, right? It's about health, mental life, and etc. Right?
More so in your music career, in the music industry.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you all, let's say, I'll give you like 3 to 5 minutes. Just raise your hand if you're done. You could have a couple of them. It doesn't really matter if you have 1 or 2. That's totally fine. Okay. Did everyone have enough time to at least write one or two? Yeah? Okay, cool. So we're not going to go around the room and ask everyone to share what they're angry about, because some people might have some very personal frustrations. So if you want to share, you're more than welcome to. Najee, who's sitting next to you?
My nephew, he wants to come and he wants to be in the camera so bad, and it's like,
oh, he's so cute.
He's so cute.
Thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Cool. So what we're gonna do for this section is we're just gonna talk about some of these things. So if anyone does have common emotions or stressors that they're finding, I would love for you to just drop them in the chat. So any of the emotions that you put down, go ahead and put that. Or any of the struggles that you're facing, go ahead and put them in the chat. And we're going to talk about some of the very common ones. And then we're going to write down a couple of affirmations that I have to share with you to help you relieve some of the stress of these emotions. So any emotions that you've shared, you don't have to put your entire sentence if you're not comfortable with it, but go ahead and drop it in the chat. Unfulfilled. All right. Frustrated when certain men in the music industry try to downplay me because I am a woman in the same industry. Sounds about right. Overwhelmed by having to be on so many social media platforms at once, and it feels like I'm not doing enough. Yep. Sounds like a very common theme in the music industry. Everything costs. Yes. Let down by false promises. Tired, frustrated, to be honest, over it. You are too talented. God gave you too many talents for you to be over it.
Hey, politics.
Yes, no, I understand. We'll talk about that too. Y'all making me want to we're giving you virtual hugs. Feel scared and nervous because there's so many things that I don't know and I need to learn. I get nervous that I don't have what it takes to make it. Overwhelmed times 10, make that 1,000, 1 million. Yep. Gotcha. I feel frustrated at times watching others who put in less work blow up or go viral versus people who work really hard on getting that kind of recognition. Yeah. Feel frustrated and stuck at times in my career because I feel everything's at arm's reach but don't know how to grab it. I feel I have to always do business, but it drains me of being creative. Yes. Also excited too because there's a lot to learn. Awesome. So we'll talk about all of, or not everything at once, but I'm going to run down some of them. And Talia, you said, I feel like time is running out as I get older. Yes. Okay. Awesome. And feel free, if you all think of other ones, go ahead and drop those too. I feel grateful that people actually listen to my music. Yes. And Raza, I have been trying to engage with all of your posts on or on Twitter. So you have one fan. I'm here. Cool. Inspired when I hear your stories and inspired to better lead with vulnerability as a strength. Feel stagnant in life because I'm scared to put myself out there with my singing, songwriting, etc., and it's holding me back. Great. I feel angry, annoyed at my first year undergraduate professors for writing off my goals in music because of who were my inspirations in music, had a choral background, and belittle me, resulting in me switching majors after spring 2017 as I was left with no hope or other options in music at that point in time. Got it. Okay. So all of these, what I love about them is that one, you are open to sharing a lot of these frustrations. And one of the reasons why I had you write it in this order is because this is something that KitKat actually inspired me to do. And in mental health training, we do talk about how important it is to be able to understand your emotions. But KitKat had spoken about this emotions wheel, which I'm not going to bring out an emotions wheel right now, but it is great to just start understanding and acknowledging some of the feelings that we're having around the music industry. And more often than not, you're not the only one who's experiencing all of these. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to the politics involved, to social media being annoying, to really shitty people in the music industry, to people undervaluing your work, to you sometimes undervaluing your work, or you also not believing in yourself, or other people not believing in you. So what we'll do is I want you all to write down some of the things that I'm going to say to you. So I'm going to speak very slow, or I'm going to say it first, and then I'll speak it very slowly so that you can write it down. So basically what I'm going to have you do is, in big bold letters beneath all of these frustrations that you have. Also, I see some of the other comments, no communication, angry that those that I've trusted in the music business have stolen from me. Yep. And unfortunately, that kind of stuff happens very frequently. So what I'm going to have you do, and this is just to talk about the emotion side of it first. So the first thing is that in big bold letters, write down, you do not own me. So in big capital letters across your page, right? You do not own me. So that's the first thing. And the reason I have you write this is because this is going to be a big reminder that these emotions are very natural and normal. So throughout your experience in the music industry, unfortunately, the music industry is one of the hardest industries to work in, as you all have probably experienced. So it's unfortunately not going to change anytime soon, but that is one of the reasons why we do a lot of the work that we do. But systemic change doesn't happen overnight. So a lot of the stresses that you deal with, you either have to learn how to deal with the emotions behind it, or learn how to do better business. So we'll talk about the emotion side first. So on the emotion side, some of the things that you all had said were things such as angry, frustrated. I'm sure some of you are pissed off, annoyed, envious sometimes, infuriated. Do all of these words sound pretty common to all of you in terms of the emotions that you face on a regular basis from some of the music industry things that you experience? Yeah. Okay. So when you're feeling these emotions, I want you to take a step back and remind yourself that you are the one who's in control of your own emotions and your own situation. So even though some of these people might be trying to take advantage of you, or you're frustrated at saying certain things, there are always ways that you can solve these issues and adjust, right? So a lot of what emotional healing comes from is problem solving. So one of the things that I want you all to write down is, where did I write it? I want you all to write down, I promise that I will not always have the answers, but I will always do my best to find them. So I'm going to say that one more time. I promise that I will not always have the answers, but I will always do my best to find them. So can anyone explain to me how that relates to emotions? Anyone have any ideas?
I personally feel like, oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I think that relates to emotions a lot, because we found ourselves being frustrated with the things that we try to do out of our own strength. So we have to be able to take that step back and be patient with ourselves and take a deep breath. Yeah. So that's how I feel it relates.
Awesome. You begin. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I feel like emotion drives people to take action. So it's just simple as that. Feeling your emotion, understanding it, and just taking action to a solution.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I like to do this as a practice is writing some of these affirmations down, is because you all are creatives and artists. You're already taking action in dealing with your emotions. Every single day that you're creating art is you trying to solve a problem of how to better express yourself, how to create something that you might not know how to express in another way into art. And it might not be that maybe you're not an artist yourself, but you are a creator in some way. So for example, one of the things that I've experienced in the music industry is being told that I am not good enough, I don't have enough connections, that I don't know what I'm doing, that I'm inexperienced, etc. And I'm sure many of you all can relate to the same issues. So what I did was I created Finessed Media. I'm not a singer-songwriter. I like to sing. I'm not a songwriter. I don't like to record. I'm very bad at it. But one of the ways that I dealt with my emotions was by trying to become productive with it. So when you notice that you have these feelings of frustration, try to take a step back and think, okay, what can I do with these frustrations? I acknowledge the stress. I acknowledge the anger, the frustrations, the being pissed off. How can I move forward from it? So another thing that I want you to write down is you are emotions and feelings, and you do not have power over me. So again, that's you are emotions and feelings, and you do not have power over me. The next part of that is going to be, I have power over you. I have power over you. And then after that is, I acknowledge your presence, and you are allowed to be here, but you will no longer hurt me. So again, that's, I acknowledge your presence, and you are allowed to be here, but you will no longer hurt me. And then I'll say that one more time because I know that's a longer one. I acknowledge your presence, and you are allowed to be here, but you will no longer hurt me. Okay. And then I'm going to give you just another one to add to that, another affirmation for that. So I choose to give grace to myself and others. That's, I choose to give grace to myself and others. That does not mean that you're a stepping stone, but it does mean that when someone does you wrong, that you find it in your heart to maybe not forgive them entirely, because sometimes people don't deserve your forgiveness, but eventually down the line, maybe, if we're graceful in our lives, which hopefully we can be. But you know, sometimes we do have to let go of the emotions that come with that attachment. So remember, going back to the non-attachment word that I had you all write down in the beginning. All right. So that's.
What was that? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go for it.
I choose to give grace. And what was the last part?
I choose to give grace to myself and others.
To myself and others. Okay. Gotcha.
Larry said, is there negative impact on you worth you carrying it? That actually, oh, bye, Noor. No problem. Thanks for coming. Bye. One of the things yeah, bye.
Thank you so much for your time and this group. You are really all great people. I just want to say that. See you.
Thank you for coming. Awesome. So Larry's mention of, is there negative impact on you worth you carrying it, reminds me of a story that I was told about Buddha. So I am not the most religious person. I grew up in a non-denominational church, a Catholic church, had a Christian brother, have a partner who grew up as Jehovah's Witness and is no longer Jehovah's Witness. So I have a huge background of experiences with religion, but I am spiritual, and I do believe that there's a higher power. But there is this story about Buddha, and Buddha was, so in this story, a man says something against Buddha, he says something against Buddha, and he says something that's hurtful, but Buddha doesn't do anything about it. He lets it go. And then Buddha's friend goes to him and says, why did you not do anything or say anything? Don't you want to get back at him? And Buddha says, if someone gives me a gift and I do not accept it, who does that gift belong to? So keep that in mind as you are experiencing things within the music industry, because you are going to experience a lot of shit goes down in the music industry, but who is the one who's going to have to carry the weight? You are. So remembering some of these affirmations and being able to remind yourself to give yourself grace when you have these emotions, to give others grace when they fuck up or when they do you wrong, not again, keeping them around in your lives because nobody wants a toxic friend or a toxic business partner or anything like that, but being able to give the grace to be like, you know what? I understand that that was what you needed to do at the time. That was what you felt you needed to do. Move on and go do your thing. I'm going to do me. So that's practice number 2. So honesty is about recognizing your emotions. And then the second part of those sentences were some of the stressors. So all of the stressors that you've listed, what I want you to do now that you have the affirmation about being a problem solver is thinking about how can I move forward from this and not dwell on this one situation because you can't change the past. How do I move forward and change things in the future? So if one of the things that you wrote down was that you are pissed off about being taken advantage of, how do you get your business in order in a way for you to protect yourself? Maybe that means copywriting your music. Maybe that means registering with the appropriate organizations. Maybe that means putting your business separate from all of your personal work. So keeping the business stuff in mind. Najee, you have a question?
Can I add to that?
Yeah,
as well?
of course.
Because I had a tendency before to be like easily succumb to like the taking advantage, and I just feel like to piggyback off of what you said, like be firm in your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have to be firm in like our career because it's so easy for us to get taken advantage of. So that's all I wanted to say. I just want to shine a light on it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you all too. I've been in situations, I'm the CEO of my own company and now I'm the CEO of another company. And I have been in business, have been running my own businesses for years. And even in my own experiences in and out of the music industry, I have been taken advantage of. But when I look at it from a different standpoint, I think, you know what? I haven't truthfully been taken advantage of. I allowed myself to be put in a situation where I didn't know my business properly. I didn't secure the right contracts. I didn't make sure to have everything in writing. And I just wasn't knowledgeable enough to act on anything to make sure that I was operating properly so that I wasn't taken advantage of. So switching that mindset from I've been taken advantage of into I take accountability that maybe I was not in the right business mindset, or I didn't have all of my things in order. So even though this person may have taken advantage of me, because it does happen, I don't want to say like quote unquote like nobody takes advantage of anyone in the music industry, but flipping it so that you have ownership of it so that it doesn't consume you. Does that make sense to everyone? I know that can be a little bit confusing. Okay, awesome. So when you start to start feeling all these different emotions, try to write down and acknowledge what those emotions are and then what is making you feel that way. And then again, instead of focusing on the problem at hand or what happened, flip it to, okay, I take ownership of this. It happened in my life. How do I problem solve from there? And if people have questions and have certain concerns about things that have happened to them in the music industry, I'm happy to talk to them about those things in private or on another call. We don't have too much time, and I realize I'm only through practice number 2 and I have 2 more practices, but I won't keep you all here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to practice number 3, which is, where is my practice number 3? Practice number 3 is community. So we went through identity, we went through honesty. We're going to go through community, which is going to be more of a fun part. So I told you we're going to go on a roller coaster of emotions, right? So in the beginning, we were kind of neutral. We were like a little happy, sharing our stories, like kind of teetering on like more emotional stories. And then we went down to the honesty part, which is like, oh, the music industry is shit sometimes. A lot of times people are annoying. Social media sucks. And now we're going back up to the community part of it, which is a more happy, fun part. And And I love to do this practice because it's about laughter and joy, which brings people together. So one of the ways that you can take care of your mental health is by making sure that there are things in your life that bring you joy and happiness. So this practice, what we're going to do, I was going to have us break out into breakout rooms, but I actually want to just do it as a big group. We're all going to share just random shit about ourselves. We're not going to tell any stories, explanations, or anything like that. And try to be either funny, shocking, or just anything random. It could be like, I hug a teddy bear at night. I don't care what it is. So this practice is good for lightening up the mood, for bringing in, joy to other people's lives as well as your own. And then community, which that's going to be helpful in terms of your creativity, because people thrive off of community. And the people who live the longest in life are the ones who actually are in very tight-knit communities. So also another really great book or resource to read is called Ikigai. If you all get a chance to read it, it's about tight-knit communities and how it's helped, or how it's one of the most common denominators of the longest living people in the world. It's called Ikigai. So this practice, I'm going to start us off, and then everyone is just going to jump off of each other, and they have to say something random. I don't care what it is. You could literally be like, I had the biggest poop in the morning and like it was green. I don't care what you say, but you all know the reason about it. Linda says Ikigai. Oh yeah, Ikigai is a Japanese word.
Drinking.
Larry, what'd you say?
Oh, nothing. Me and my wife just dying about the green dookie.
So think of a few things that you can say. We're just gonna keep bouncing off. I'm gonna call to you, and you begin. Do you have a question?
No, I have something actually.
Oh, you have
popped
something?
up. It's funny.
Okay,
not
cool.
a lot of people know this about me. I'm a sleepwalker. I sleepwalk all the time, and I do weird shit all the time. So this morning, actually, I woke up late. So this morning, I woke up to pasta inside the toaster and pots and pans in the tub. Why? Why? Do I remember? No.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Cool. Awesome. All right, Mikey, you're up next. What do you want to say?
No, I'm just saying, I have a large collection of like pops, of like Spider-Man pops above my stereo desk, which like brings me joy. So I think it's cool.
Pops, like those little characters?
Yeah, the little characters. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Talia, what about you?
Something random that happened probably like 4 years ago. I auditioned for The Voice, and I made it to the round like right before the show where they interview you, and they were like, "Can you do anything like what are some weird things you could do?" I'm like, I could do bird calling and quote all of Nacho Libre. So I literally quoted like all of my favorite lines from Nacho Libre, and they got it on video, and I didn't make it to the next round. So that's probably why, but it's fine.
Talia goes, Nacho, literally.
No, my favorite line is, "Do you not realize I have had diarrhea since Easter's?" I literally said all of these things. So anyway, yeah, that's just
so
what happened to me 4 years ago.
Najee, what about you?
I have a sweet tooth. I have a real bad sweet tooth. I really just sat here and ate half of this Chips Ahoy. I had cake yesterday. I have a bad sweet tooth. I have to stop. That's my New Year's resolution 2023. Stop eating sweets. Have a sweet tooth.
Same. Larry,
Yeah.
Larry, you're next.
So okay. Random thing. I don't know.
All right, we're coming back to you, Larry.
Thank you.
Think about it for a
Thank you.
second. Ever, what about you?
Camping changed my life. I portage in the summer. I live in Canada, so like we have a lot of lakes that connect to each other. So we just go for 5 days a week with a canoe, stay in tiny islands, and being away from everything with no phone. We could be fighting bears, but hey, man, yeah, it's you connect with yourself in a different level.
Nice. I have a very embarrassing one, but I'm not going to tell you all the story about it. I once had to go poop really bad, and I ended up pooping in someone's front yard because I couldn't hold it. I'm not telling you the story, but that's my embarrassing story. So next, Linda, you're up.
Oh my gosh. I was just about to say that actually reminds me of Isaac Carey. He's a gospel singer. He did a pod he was on the R&B Money podcast and he had that exact same story, but it was on a pastor's front yard. But anyway, this happened. Okay, two things. One, I'm a really bad hoarder. Like I'm really bad. Like I cannot let go of like certain things because it just holds like really good memories. And two, today before like as I was going on my walk, like I realized it was so nice out, but then I had intended to work out inside. So I had on shorts, but I forgot to shave my legs. And I walked outside and I was just like, oh my gosh. But it gave me more motivation to just like that's why I got like so many zone like minutes on my Fitbit because I was just walking. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just walk past people, like head covered, like don't look at me. If I look like what is it, a Yeti, then whatever. But I got my workout for the day.
Nice. I love it. See, I'm not the only one who's ever had a really embarrassing story like that. All right, Lexi, you're up.
I really like question games, and I make everybody who becomes friends with me play We're Not Really Strangers because it makes me feel like I know them better. And I have a very deep passion for Spotify Wrapped, except I learned that they stopped like collecting the data for your Wrapped at the end of October, and that made me upset. So then I started like making playlists for each month, and then I compare it to my Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year.
Lexi curates her Spotify Wrapped, actually. She listens to
I have two of them,
everything
I'm like,
purposely.
this isn't right.
Got you. All right, Nehemiah, what about you?
I was gonna say something else, but I'm actually my number one listened to artist every year in Spotify Wrapped. Like I listen to myself. I'm number one every year.
Nice.
Same here. Same here.
As you should be.
Yeah, it's very self-centered of me. But what I was gonna say is I'm a huge Love Is Blind fan.
Me
Like,
too.
I'm all for it. And I just like go by character and just like emotionally, like, why did you say that? Like I like study it like to a T. And I love Love Is Blind.
He's got like spreadsheets of all of the different the different character.
Absolutely. Yeah, Bartiz is, he's got a lot. I'm saying a lot about him right now. So
I cried at the reunion.
oh yeah. Yeah, it was man. All right. I'm not gonna say too much.
All right, Larry, back to you.
My life is an awkward moment, but let's see. I put pepperoni pizza in the smoker, and I smoke it, and it tastes really good.
Ooh, like sliced pepperoni?
Yeah. No more. The pizza.
Yum. Oh, I love pepperoni.
And I don't know. And I have a bunch of poop stories. I just can't think of one.
When you think about it, feel free to share. This is a safe space.
Yeah, okay. Poop stories. All right.
Cool. Riza, what about you?
3 things.
Hold on, Riza. Let me get Larry back.
Okay. So my wife here, right? We just started dating, right?
Yeah.
We had just started dating, and she was doing her student teaching at her aunt and uncle's. She was staying there, so I wanted to visit, and I never met these people before, and so I really had to go poop, and it was like I'm notorious for like clogging up the toilet anywhere, and so here I am at these people's house. I don't know them. I don't even think I had met them yet. They were still at work.
You hadn't met
I hadn't even met them yet. Okay. So I go to the bathroom, and of course it's like I look at him like, dang, that ain't gonna happen. Like it's not gonna go down. So I'm in there working. I'm like, all right. So it's not flushing, and I had to, my girlfriend. Well, we've been together for like a month. I was like, hey, I got a plunger, and she's like, well, we got this one, but I don't think it works right. So I'm in there trying to like make this plunger work, and it wasn't working, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. So I had to go up to these people that I didn't even know. I just got home from work, and I'm like, so I broke your toilet, and the plunger doesn't work. And it was bad, man. I was like, I don't know what it was. It's like, dang, man. And so my first impression for Emily and her aunt and uncle and her family was that her new boyfriend is going to break every toilet we have. So yeah. I tell you, man. Yeah, they had to go buy a plunger the next morning because it was already closed. So
Emily, is it still bad? Does he still clog every single toilet?
He has improved his skills of unclogging.
yeah, yeah, I really needed to be a plumber, honestly. You know, and it's just that's yeah.
Well,
what?
we gave him a trophy for.
Oh yeah, and that Christmas, and we made him a trophy for unclogging the toilet. Her
Oh
uncle,
my
we made him
God.
a trophy. So you know,
Toilet on it.
had a toilet on it. It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, Larry. This is a safe poop story place for everybody. Rizal, feel free to top that one. Rizal's like, no,
All right,
mine's
my
easy.
But all right, three things. I can't stop laughing. My bad. All right, three things though. One, I'm extremely good at bowling. I've bowled a perfect game before. Two, I'm obsessed with the Boondocks. I have them tatted on me, and I also have like season 1 through 4 uncut on DVD. And then the last thing is I'm also obsessed with horror films and nature documentaries. So yeah.
Interesting mix. You watch them in like right next to each other. You watch a horror film and then a nature movie.
Nah, it's like one of those things, like if I don't know, like I watch a lot of stuff, but like if I'm looking for something I don't know what to watch, I automatically either go to the horror category or I go to like documentaries category, and I'll find something like on nature, animals, and to sit there and be like, damn, I didn't even know that.
Nice. Interesting. New begins. Do you all clean your plunger? My mom never even rinses it ever. Now every year for Christmas we get her a new plunger. That's so funny. I rinse my plunger. I put some bleach on it.
It's funny because like she'll like pump it and then like it's dripping with all the shit drip, and then she puts it in her
my
closet.
God.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, she needs a new plunger. Interesting.
This is the greatest conversation ever.
See, it brings so much joy to everyone. What a great community. Finessed Media. We share poop stories. We share music. We share poop stories.
It don't get no better than this. You will not
Exactly.
You will not find this content anywhere else.
Someone's gonna find this video on YouTube, on our YouTube live, and
Oh yeah, you're recording. Oh crap.
be like, what is going on with this community? Linda says, I hope no one was eating on here. All right, I realize that we are running out of time. Anyone have something else that they want to get off their chest? Anyone who's got some embarrassing poop stories that they're like, I've never gotten a chance to share this anywhere else in the world, but I know it's a safe space here. Tara's like, nah.
Okay, I have another story. If
A
y'all
poop
have time
story?
No, not a poop story.
All right, thank God.
One time I was performing. This is contrary to being an artist. I was performing, singing, you know, and then my phone was connected to the DJ booth, and all of a sudden I get a phone call from my dad, and in mid performance I get a phone call, and I'm like, wow. But that's in the artist area that I wanted to share.
That reminds me, one time I was in college and I was in the library and I thought that my music was on my headphones, but I hadn't plugged my headphones in all the way, and I was blasting it really loud. I was playing like hypey music from the Bay Area, like tell me when to go, and it was blasting in the library. And then someone taps me on the shoulder, and I see everyone looking at me. I'm like, why are these people looking at me? And then someone taps me on the shoulder and they're like, I think you haven't plugged your headphones in. And I was like, oops, sorry. Linda, go ahead.
Okay, so I have one quick I guess music story as well. So there was an open mic that I went to like 2 weeks ago, and they had like a live band, which was really dope. And I was like, okay, cool. And they called people at random, but they said if you have a song if you have like an original song, you go to them, you go to like the pianist and then play it for them, and then they'll get the key and then you play it, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm literally like putting my phone on my tripod to like record myself, to get some footage or whatever. And as soon as I'm doing that, they call me up. So I'm like, oh shit. So I literally went to, and then they switched out pianists. So it was another guy. And I went to him because the other guy was jamming. I was like, okay, yeah, we vibing, we rocking. And I see all the band members. And I go to him, I'm like, hey, this is my song. And I'm playing it for him. And he literally like, just like, he's like, okay, yeah, I got it. Y'all, I don't know what note he played. It wasn't even a half step above or below or a whole step above or below. It was just like a third or a fifth above. I don't know what key it was in, but it did not sound like my song. And I was just like, I literally had to improvise. Like, I didn't know the audience got a totally different song that night. And I fumbled the words and I was just like, oh my God. I was just making my own words.
That's part of being an artist though. You ran with it. You are a true artist. You ran with it.
and I didn't get the footage because the pianist still had my phone. So it's just a story. You guys got the exclusives.
Oh, Tyra said, I just want to share that my first tattoo was done when I was in Korea. Tattooing is illegal in Korea if you don't have a medical license, which is the majority of the artists. I had to go to an underground artist where the tattoo shop had a working front as a cafe. And I had to go to the barista and say I had an appointment at 1 p.m. This man pulled out an iPod from underneath the counter, checked me and told me to go back outside and go up the stairs to a door that says employees only. That is pretty wild. That's cool though, that you got your first tattoo done in Korea.
Yeah, I was scared a little bit because I booked it before going on my study abroad. So I did not know what was going to happen. My tattoo artist, she completely trusted the fact that I was going to show up and pay for it.
Wow.
Yeah, she's like, normally I would get a deposit, but you're not physically here. And I was like, okay. So I had a friend come along with me just in case something bad was going.
Nice. Smart move.
Thanks.
Awesome. Well, we are just about out of time. We didn't get to practice number 4, which was the party. Woo-woo. I told you the theme of today was the teas, but we didn't get to the 4th one. But this was kind of like a party anyway. I was going to do some breath work and some movement work with all of you, but I don't want to take up everybody's Saturday. But I do want to say thank you all for, sharing and being on this call today. I hope that it was an enjoyable time and that you also did get to at least talk about some of the things that we share in the music industry in terms of some of the frustrations. I didn't want to have everybody also share it out loud because sometimes it can get very emotional. And I know that we're limited on time, so I don't want everyone to, leave here feeling super sad and angry about the world, because we do this for the love of music and we do this for the love of other people too. So I do want to close out though with some words of wisdom for everybody. But I want to also go around the room. Not everyone has to answer this, but just ask what some of your biggest takeaways were, because I'd love to hear about what you got out of the event. Does anyone want to share any takeaways that they got out of being here today?
Everybody is just human, and I really love it. It makes me feel like I can be a part of something. Being different, physically disabled, it really does kind of isolate you sometimes. And you forget that other people are human as well. But the thing that always reminds me, and I always remind myself, is when I feel like I'm an outcast or different, everybody has to poop at some point. Back to poop, sorry, but it's true.
Everybody shit stinks. That's the saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I really appreciate this platform, and I'm glad that I was led to it almost just by luck and happenstance. So it's been a big part of my life, and I appreciate you all.
Awesome. Cool. We love you, Larry. You begin. Do you want to go?
Honestly, the exercise where we all shared what we're frustrated with, it kind of gave me a wake-up call of everyone's going through some shit. Everyone's insecure in some way. It's just we know we got the sauce, but it's just sometimes, today's world, that makes you feel like you ain't shit. And it's yeah, we the shit.
You are the shit, and you begin. You all are the shit. Everybody's shit. Najee, you want to go?
Yeah, I learned how to express emotion because I'm not an emotional being. Allowing emotions into the presence, but not letting it take control over you is big. It was a big takeaway today. Again, like I said, I'm not an emotional person. And today it actually allowed me to tap into my emotions and saying, okay, I can allow that. Or, so that was a big takeaway. Thank you for sharing that with us too, as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you all saw, but Kit Kat also dropped in the emotions wheel earlier. So if anyone wanted to take a look at that, that's also a helpful resource. Talia, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that this definitely made me feel a lot less alone. I feel like as artists, we tend to think that we have to be like robots and just go, 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 go. I've had people tell me like, don't show your emotions as much, but at the same time, a part of being an artist is being vulnerable. And that's how, it's just a part of art is showing who you are as a person and your weaknesses and strengths and everything. So yeah, this was really good. So thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you. Any other takeaways that you all got?
For sure. Excuse me, a reminder that you are in power of your emotions. Your emotions do not, unless you let them. I actually had a realization a couple of days ago, like growing up in Dominican, certain people like ignore it, despite the fact that, let's say, the government is like super corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't acknowledge it, it does not exist. And sometimes could be toxic. I mean, you could be, disregarding things that are truly important, but that's a good takeaway. Do not give it power, and it will not exist. Just
Yeah, that actually reminds me, I didn't get a chance to talk about this too much, but one thing I did also want to mention is that a lot of what mental health is, especially for BIPOC and marginalized voices, is unlearning a lot of the things that we've grown accustomed to, or a lot of the things that we've grown up with. So some examples of that would be like not speaking up about something that happens in the music industry because maybe in the past, we've been told to keep our mouths shut about how we feel or about something that someone's done to us when we were younger. Or another example would be not speaking in a meeting or speaking in a room where you are the outcast because maybe when you were younger, you were taught to always listen to your elders or to always respect anyone who has any authority without questioning what they say. Another one could be like not being honest about things that have hurt us, or I guess that kind of goes into the first one that I said. But that could be because maybe we were told that our voice is not important, or that we are, maybe even some of us have been told that like some of our opinions are stupid, or that some of the ideas that we have will never come to fruition, or that we're not capable of doing something or accomplishing our goals. So a lot of what we are trying to teach within Finessed Media as a community too is that we have to unlearn a lot of the things that we've learned from our ancestors, and not carry a lot of that burden onto our own shoulders. So when you do experience certain things, ask yourself, like, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I afraid to speak up and be honest about some of the things that are going on in my life when I know that this is what's hurting me? Because there are a lot of shitty people in the music industry. It is okay to say that person did some fucked up shit, like Brad Murphy. Brad Murphy, if you all see Brad Murphy online, Brad Murphy is a fake A&R, and he scams people out of money. So, and he's done it to many different artists. So if y'all ever see him, I'm always going to call him out, and he will block every single person that calls him out. But just saying, it's okay to call people out on their bullshit. Yeah, go ahead, Nashi.
Okay, is he on Twitter?
Yes, he's on Twitter. He's on LinkedIn. So if you all ever see him, always call him out.
I sent him music like in the DM. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna send you a link to get signed or try to get you signed."
Oh yeah.
And he tried to get me to pay, but I don't pay for anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially as a creator.
Yeah, don't ever give this man money. Just
wait, I accidentally messaged or I tweeted, responded to a tweet, a link to my music, and he's like, I checked your music out, I love it. Like, sign up through my website. Oh my God, this is the guy.
Yeah. So
block.
Whenever you all see him, just like don't ever
What's his name again?
retweet his stuff.
Yeah, what's his name?
Brad Murphy.
Brad Murphy. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
He's this bald guy.
Yes.
You'll find him.
All right. Oh yeah, see him.
He's
Oh,
that big.
jackass.
That
He's
many
huge.
people
this
know
guy.
that name.
Got it,
That's
got it.
wild.
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy.
All right. So hopefully that gives some insight. Tyra, you had something that you wanted to add about some takeaways that you got out of the event.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that it's very helpful. Because for me, one thing that I have had the liberty of getting done while working at Purdue still is I'm a trained suicide prevention officer or like gatekeeper. It's called QPR, which is question, persuade, refer. And so a lot of this stuff goes really well with like how I can actually see myself intertwining this from the education sphere into music or even vice versa for the time being, since I'm still working in higher ed. And it like professional side, super helpful, but also personally, because it helped me feel not so alone in general with like switching from one career field back into music and just knowing that like it's not necessarily just mine, but my experience with it's like a different, it's unique, but it's not alone, which really feels really good because finding community has been something I've had to do on my own. So finding it has been great. But then I also had a question. Will you be sharing what the actual like 4 practices are, like in a document or anything? So that way, like if we need to like reference that later on, we have the ability to look at that.
Yeah, I haven't actually put it into a document, but if you all give me like a week or so, I'm going on vacation. But Tyra, if you want me to, so let me just tell you what they are again. And then if anyone has any questions about them, just let me know. But the 4 different practices are identity. So that's writing down just different parts about yourself, like all encompassing all the different facets of who you are. The second one is honesty. So writing down your emotion. So how you feel. So I feel blank because of XYZ or for this reason. The third one is community, which is usually an icebreaker. And then the fourth one was going to be party, and that was going to be breath work and movement work. But I do want to leave you all with some words of wisdom. So what I'd like for you to do is just close your eyes and listen to some of the things that I'm going to talk about. And you can always take it with a grain of salt. I am not a know-all being. I'm not omnipotent, but I do hope that this will help you all in just understanding how you can move forward after this call, because it's not just all rainbows and butterflies. Mental health is not about that. A lot of it is about acknowledging who we are and being accepting of these things. So what I'd love to do is have you close your eyes. I'm going to read off something that I wrote for all of you. And then we'll hop off for the day. So go ahead and just close your eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and start when I see everyone's eyes closed. All right. Are you all ready? Just give me a thumbs up. Keep your eyes closed if you're ready. Okay, cool. You are not the definition of your past. You are not your father, your mother, your sister, or brother. You are nobody, but you are also somebody. You are not defined or bound by any of the things or values you have been taught or have learned. You are ever changing, ever growing, ever loving, and you are forever loved, no matter how much you change. I hope that when you leave here today, you promise yourself that you may not always have the answers, but you will always do your best to find them. And that when you're feeling lost, you will give back to the community, because true growth comes from being able to step back and realize that you're not the center of attention. Life isn't all bad, though it does suck sometimes, and that there is so much more to life than we can even imagine. As a joke, you are the breaker of chains, the mother of dragons, the ruler amongst men. If for any of you that watch the Game of Thrones, but all that to say that you are incredibly powerful and that you can do wonders for this world with your art and your creations. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your weekends, and that you remember to have some fun within your career as an artist or music industry professional and without. That is it. Stay blessed, everybody. Thank you for being a part of our call, and we'll see you again next week. Kit Kat, you have an event that you're planning? You don't have to mention it.
Yes,
Okay.
we are coordinating it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So we'll see you all next week. If anyone ever has any questions or wants to reach out, just let me know. But we're so grateful for you. We love you, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
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 Oh, Lexi, I wanted to know if possible, can I share something with you afterwards to the Zoom call?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that you have, feel free to send it over.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
It was the little exercise that we wrote and stuff. I just wanted to
Oh,
read
you
it.
wanted to? Oh yeah, I can hang out really quickly. Let me just stop this.
I'll
Okay,
leave you guys
bye,
alone.
Ever.
Take care, guys.
Bye, Courtney. Bye, Riza. All right, let me just make sure that we are off of live really quick.